Hello everyone, I'm Diante De Vera and I will discuss to you about sanitation in quantity and institutional food production. A sanitation plan is important in any food service preparation area. It ensures that all surfaces are clean on a regular basis and reduces the risk of transferring bacteria or other pathogens from an unclean surface to clean equipment such as cutting boards or tools. Why is sanitation important in food production? Sanitation maintains or restores a state of cleanliness and promotes hygiene for prevention of foodborne illness. It is an essential prerequisite program for food safety. Proper sanitation is very important for food production to produce goods that are safer for the consumers. It's important so that your food doesn't get contaminated with pathogenic microbes and cause a disease outbreak that may end up killing people and getting you a lawsuit. So, there are three main types of hazards or contaminants that can cause unsafe food: biological, chemical, and physical. Biological includes microorganisms, chemical includes cleaning, solvents, and pest control, and physical means hair, dirt, or other matter. Tips to prevent foodborne illness in food service and retail business. They are proper personal hygiene, including frequent hand and arm washing and covering cuts. Laging malinis pagdating sa sarili. Hugasan muna ang kamay bago humawak sa pagkain. Proper cleaning and sanitizing of all food contact surfaces and utensils. Proper cleaning, sanitizing of food equipment. Importante laging malinis ang food equipment to help stop bacteria spreading to food. Good basic housekeeping and maintenance and food storage for the proper time and safe temperatures. Effective cleaning and sanitizing. All items that come into contact with food must be effectively cleaned and sanitized. This is a four-step process that removes food waste, dirt, grease, and destroys foodborne disease pathogens. Step 1. Preparation. Remove loose dirt and food particles. Rinse with warm, potable water. Step 2. Cleaning. Wash with hot water, 60 degrees Celsius, and detergent. Rinse with clean, potable water. Step 3. Sanitizing. Bacteria killing stage. Treat with very hot, clean, potable water, 75 degrees Celsius, for at least 2 minutes. Apply sanitizer as directed on the label. Step 4. Air drying. Leave benches, counters, and equipment to air dry. The most hygienic way to dry equipment is in a draining rack. Hygiene and personal practices. Regardless of type of processing or food handling operation, the number one consideration in food sanitation is people. It is the people who set the rules, follow the rules, and also break the rules of sanitation. A sanitation program is as good as attitude, willingness, and efforts of people. Employee hygiene. Employees should not come in contact with food or equipment and utensils used in the processing, preparation, and serving of food. Employees are potential sources of harmful microorganisms, and if good hygiene practices are not followed, infection can be transmitted to the consumer. To prevent the occurrence of foodborne illness and other food safety hazards, employees should be performed good personal hygiene practices and be provided with adequate training on a continuous basis. So, alam niyo naman na ito ang mga kailangan na gamitin: uniforms, aprons, gloves, and shoes. Uniform: wear a clean uniform every day and only put in at the workplace. Aprons: different full aprons should be worn at different preparation stations. Glove: different disposable gloves to be used when handling raw and cooked food. Shoes: wear only non-slip full coverage shoes. So these are the different parts of the human body in terms of potential sources of bacterial contamination. First, fingernails. One of the easiest way to spread bacteria is through dirt under the fingernails. Ang mga empleyado na may maruming kuko ay dapat huwag hawakan ng anumang pagkain. Isa ito sa maduming parts ng body natin at nandun ang bacteria na pwedeng mapunta sa pagkain. Second, finger. Bacteria may be picked up through the hands touching dirty equipment, contaminated food, clothing, or other areas of the body. Mga empleyado dapat gumamit ng hand zip sanitizer upang mabawasan ang paglipat ng dumi. Pwede kang gumamit dito ng guantes na plastic na pwedeng maaaring maging solusyon. Third, hair. Microorganisms are found on hair. Mga empleyado na dapat magsuot ng hairnet para kung sakaling may malaglag man na dumi ay hindi ito babagsak sa pagkain. Jewelry to reduce safety hazards and environment containing machinery. Dapat itong tanggalin ng mga singsing kwintas o anumang jewelry na baka ito ay mapunta sa pagkain. Nose. The nose and throat have a more limited microbial population than does the mouth. Mga empleyado dapat na may sipon ay dapat gumamit ng hand zip sanitizer natapos ang paghihip ng kanilang mga ilong. Kung hindi man maaaring ilipat ang bakterya na ito sa pagkain hinahawakan. Lastly, the eyes. The eye itself is normal free of bacteria but mild bacterial infection may develop. So these are the do's and don'ts. Do. Keep your fingernails short and clean. Keep your hair beards neat and tidy. Long hair should be tied up. Wash hands frequently and thoroughly with soap. Work on a clean surface. Use different plastic chopping boards and knives for cook and raw food. Do not sneeze into food. Do not scratch your body when cooking or serving. Do not rub your face or nose on your shoulder. Do not clean your ears with your fingers. Do not wipe off perspiration with your bare hands. Do not wear accessories. Do not come to work if you are sick. Kitchen safety tips. It gets pretty hectic during dining hour. And the last thing you want is for somebody to get injured in the kitchen. Here are some ways to reduce the risk of such accidents occurring. Do not rush. Always keep an eye on the stove. Store dangerous objects safely. Be careful with the gas. Get the right tools. Keep a first aid kit nearby. Workplace sanitation. Panatiliin laging malinis ang mga ating kapaligiran upang maiwasan ang foodborne illness. Cleaning procedures and schedules. Cleaning with soap and other detergents is just one step of the cleaning procedure. It is also necessary to sanitize. Dishwashing procedures. Effective dishwashing ensures that all equipment is sanitary and ready for use when required. Larger facilities will have a big industrial dishwashing machines, but in some smaller establishments, the dishes must be washed by hand. Routine equipment maintenance. Most kitchen equipment is intended to be disassembled for cleaning. Refer to the manufacturer's instruction and training provided by your employer or instructor on how to do this safely. Routine maintenance is done on a regular basis, whether that be daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. It is an important part of keeping system of up to date and functional. In storage, temperature and humidity controls were appropriate and applicable. The temperature and humidity of storage room for raw materials, ingredients, packaging materials, and food should be maintained and monitored. It ensures that foods that are meant to be served hot are kept at the required temperature, and foods meant to be served cold are not left out at dangerous temperatures. This is the best thing pang mapatay yung bacteria sa pamamagitan ng init. Return foods. Foods returned from retail outlets must be clearly identified and stored in a designated area of appropriate disposition. Storage conditions need be such that the safety of the returned food is not compromised. Non-food chemicals, detergents, sanitizers, or other chemicals must be properly labeled, stored, and used in manner to prevent contamination of food, packaging materials, and food contact surfaces. It is defined as substances used in or on food for a technical effect during processing or manufacture. General procedures used in institutional food production. Whenever cooking is done on a large scale, considerable resources in the form of time, human, and money are at stake to yield a good, acceptable, end product. Good equipment. The use of proper equipment in top condition is of primary importance in the production of good food. Standardized measuring equipment. A variety of knives, accurate scales, and thermometer, and well-insulated cooking range all contribute to good quality of food. Standard recipe. The use of standard recipe is a prime factor in producing good products. It is particularly necessary to the person who is just beginning to develop skills in cookery. Food service. Not only must food be well prepared to be palatable, it must also be served with an eye to its color and appearance. No matter how simple it is, there should be something special about every food served. Food service is all about food and beverages that are consumed of the home. Consumers visit food service outlets for a number of reasons, such as the added convenience to sample new tastes and flavors, to celebrate and to socialize. Timings. To be most palatable and nutritious, food must be served as soon as possible after it has been prepared. Ideally, all food should be cooked in small quantities and for a relatively short period of time. This is a flowchart of processes of food production. Menu, collection of ingredients, selection of food, weighing and measuring according to standardized recipe, preliminary treatment of food, preparation, methods and processes, and finished product. Menu. Menu is the detailed list of food items offered at the food service establishment. Menu planning is nothing but selection of menu for an occasion or otherwise. It can be different for different meals of the day such as breakfast, lunch, brunch, and dinner. It is a list of food and beverages offered to customers and the prices. Collecting ingredients. In large quantity food production preparation, collection of food is done on the day previous to preparation. This helps to start off the next day without wasting time, in addition to distributing work evenly throughout the day. Before cooking, gather all the ingredients and prepare them as required by the recipe. When we start cooking, all the ingredients must be ordered and ready for use. In this way, we can concentrate on the details of cooking, free of stress without panic. Selection of food. The condition of food when it's brought into kitchen has a great deal to do with the result obtained. This does not mean the ingredients must be most expensive, but it does mean that all food should be fresh and at proper stage of maturity for cooking. Weighing and measuring. In order to produce a popular dish each time it is ordered by a customer and to maintain standards of quality, it is important to weigh and measure ingredients accurately. In addition, the method of combining these ingredients using the desired methods of cooking at the right temperature and suitable period of time are essential for consistency. In other words, standard recipes are necessary for producing in large quantity. Preliminary treatment of food. Only clean food is palatable. Surface dirt is apparent and easily removed by through cleaning. It is essential, however, to learn the unique characteristic of food that is to be prepared so that thorough cleaning may be given. Foods that are not truly clean fail to make their true mark on the dish later. In fact, strong food dislikes may develop because of a food that was not properly cleaned. Food production to achieve customer satisfaction. One of the keys to good cooking is to understand the composition and structure of the food and the chemical and physical changes that take place during cooking. Basic cooking principles must be observed for each group of food products. If good results are to be obtained, techniques for cooking are the result of the application of cooking principle to the preparation of food. We all are aware is not only to improve the digestibility of food but also to develop and enhance the flavor and appearance of the food in terms of color, form, and texture.